Good morning, Dan. It's Monday, October 6th. I guess I should start by apologizing because this probably has terrible lighting. They say that you can't go home again. And I think that this is partly true. There's this feeling that once you go back, things are different. Things are never the way that they've been before. And I don't actually have the intention of going home again, but I did get myself started at River Ridge High School. I'm helping out with their program after school, and I just got started today officially helping out with their program during school. Really what I'm doing is classroom observation. It's kind of a step above, I don't know, pretending I'm in a classroom. And it's definitely a step below student teaching. And it's kind of true, you can't go home again. I lived and breathed this theater department. If it wasn't for this theater, I wouldn't have gotten out of high school. Well, I definitely wouldn't have stayed in high school. And things definitely do get a little bit nostalgic when I walk in. Sometimes in a... I don't know, is there a negative way to say nostalgia? Because there's definitely some bad memories that are associated with this place as well. Not most of them. Most of them are good stuff. But there's stress. There were times when I didn't feel that great about what I was doing. Overall, it was definitely good. Good things, good things. Good things, yeah? Ugh. Sometimes when I wander around and I see things in disrepair, I see curtains that are ripped or have paint on them. I see that the shop is in terrible, terrible shape. I see lighting instruments that aren't clean. I see a backstage that is just plain a mess. Stuff is falling apart left and right. And a lot of this can be attributed to the fact that when I went to school here it was brand new, and now it's 16 years old. And some of it is the fact that you can't go home again. I have built up expectations about what this place should be or what kind of attitude is taken when you walk through the doors. And that isn't the same attitude that students always have here. You can't go home again. Then again, sometimes not going home is great. Sometimes getting to see things through fresh eyes is fantastic. And sometimes the nostalgia that you run into isn't just that negative sense. Sometimes it really is that warm, Thanksgiving, family-friendly event that you want to have happen when you walk through the doors of someplace familiar. And thus we come to the bad lighting, because I realized I had to be backstage for this video, because this library still exists. And the tradition used to be you got to add something to them at the end of the year. Particularly seniors would get to add to the library. You get to fill in your name, or a title, or a memory. And that's been one of those traditions that hasn't been kept up. And because of that, it's been one of those traditions that I haven't seen bastardized, it hasn't been ruined. But when I come back and I get to look at this library, I see the names of some of my friends, the titles from shows that I was involved in, the history of River Ridge before I got here. And that's some of the stuff that tells me that it's worth trying to go home again. It makes me think of a song lyric from Once on This Island. To those who came before you, to others yet to come, to those who you will teach it to, and those you learned it from. So here's to going home again and to remembering those people from the past. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.